Hey, everybody, and welcome to this special edition of Sick Call. This afternoon, we are excited to commission another newly appointed officer. Carter Woodruff is a recent selectee to the Army Baylor Physical Therapy Program. Carter, thank you for sharing this special moment with our viewers today.
Yes, thank you for having me on.
And once again, we'd like to welcome back Captain Bobby Hawthorne with us.
Hello, thank you.
If you remember, Captain Hawthorne is a Army physical therapist and Army Baylor alum. So thank you again, ma'am, for being with us. And then we have Sergeant First Class Phillips.
Hello again.
And then myself, Staff Sergeant Scott McMenemy. And we're from the Valencia Medical Recruiting Station. So
awesome. Oops. Live streaming, folks. Okay. So Carter, we're super excited to have you here today. This process, it feels like it takes forever. So, we're super jazzed that you were selected, and we understand that you're there with your family here in California. So do you want to take a few minutes to introduce them, folks?
Yeah, absolutely. So actually, they just had to take my nephew out. But I'm here with my mom and my beautiful fiance.
Congratulations.
And then my dad is walking in the door as we speak. So
even better. Awesome. So, of course, thank you to everybody for being here, your family specifically, because this is a big moment in your life. And we know it means a lot to you to be able to be home in quarantine right now. Perfect timing. So with that said, you also have some family members that are with us, but virtually. Would you like to shout them out too?
Yeah, absolutely. I know my brother Parker and his wife Taylor are watching from Arizona. My other brother Nolan and his wife Kelly are watching from Wyoming, and I have a few other friends and family out there. So thanks for being here, guys.
Awesome.
So Carter, can you start off by telling us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, absolutely. I was born and raised here in Ventura, California, beautiful Southern California. Like most kids, I grew up going to the beach, playing sports. Unlike a lot of Californians, I raised pigs and worked on a cattle ranch. So we got that Southern California agricultural and atmosphere. But when I went to college, I attended Texas A&M University. So I traded the agriculture and beach for just agriculture. At A&M, I was a part of the Corps of Cadets. I was a cadet there for 4 years, served in 2 different squadrons. And then I just recently graduated with my bachelor's in kinesiology and a minor in psychology. And as you mentioned, I was recently selected to go to Army Baylor PT program.
So what inspired your decision to apply for the Army Baylor program?
Yeah, absolutely. I wanted to serve in the military for as long as I can remember. That was a big goal of mine throughout high school and going into college. As far as choosing what job I wanted to do, I was looking around and kind of stumbled upon the high caliber atmosphere of military medicine. So I started looking around, shadowing different people, different doctors. And once I started shadowing physical therapists, I knew that's what I wanted to do. Working with my hands, working with people. I loved every aspect of it. And then through some research, I found the Army Baylor DPT program, and it was the perfect fit. It has the military side and the physical therapy side.
Very awesome. So how does your family, feel about your decision to make this leap into service to country?
Yeah, they're very excited for me. I come from a very patriotic family. Both my grandpas served in World War II, and we're just excited to carry on that legacy.
Awesome. So, of course, we're getting ready for some of these viewers that are on with us today to kind of jump into the PT test cycle. Yeah. So would you kind of break down what your application process was like for some of these viewers?
Yeah, absolutely. The biggest difference, I'd say, between me and my classmates who are also applying for physical therapy school is you still go through the PT CAS system. It's still, you have your records, you do your GRE, have to write essays for the program. But the biggest difference is the military side. So once you get a few rounds in, you start working with your lovely recruiters, and they kind of help you through the process. And that's really the biggest difference in terms of what the actual application looks like. The experience I had, the application was pretty straightforward. Like I said, your records and your essays, as long as you're organized and diligent, you'll get it done. But it's really the legwork ahead of time, studying hard for your classes for the GRE, that's really where you got to focus.
It looks like Captain Hawthorne agrees with you.
It's true.
Ma'am, do you have any words of wisdom to impart upon our about to be newly appointed officer?
Well, the program you're getting into, as you know, it's a very good program, but it's very difficult. Just like all Army learning, it's a lot that comes at you really fast. The hardest thing for me was kind of developing good study habits. So I know you were in college, I had the gap, so maybe you're already like super good there. So that was number one. And then I would say find yourself some good study buddies. Like, not something to do on your own. I had two people that I studied with all the time, and we made it through together. And then the last thing is like, it truly is like teamwork. We all just want to get to the finish line, get to graduation. So I wouldn't really worry about competing with your classmates. It's more like helping everyone along so you can all just become PTs. So that would be kind of my biggest advice to you.
Absolutely.
So some true esprit de corps going on up in the DPT program, huh?
Yes.
Okay, well, ma'am, I think without any further ado, I believe we're to the point where we need to do this oath of office. So the floor is yours.
All right. Well, please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Carter John Woodruff,
Having been appointed an officer
having been appointed an officer
in the Army of the United States,
in the Army of the United States,
as indicated above in the grade of second lieutenant,
as indicated above in the grade of second lieutenant,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
that I will,
that I will bear
through faith and allegiance to the same,
true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will,
and that I will,
well and faithfully, discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of the office upon
of the office upon
which I am about to enter.
which I am about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Woohoo! So fantastic. Congratulations, sir. Welcome to the team.
Yes, welcome.
Thank you very much. Yes, thank you, ma'am.
With that said, do you have any words that you would like to impress upon us?
Yeah, just thank you guys for having me on. Thank you to my family for sticking through me with all this process. And thank you, ma'am, for being here administering the oath. And thank you, Sergeant Phillips, for helping me along with the recruiting process.
I will tell you, sir, you were a dream applicant to work with. You made the process just as easy as I probably did for you. So I definitely appreciate it. And of course, we want to thank your family. I know with the situation with the pandemic, it's not ideal, but the beauty of the virtual space is we can all, still celebrate together. So yeah. I appreciate you for allowing us to share this with our viewers today.
Yeah, absolutely.
And of course, ma'am, my lovely sister, thank you for being here today. Couldn't think of a better person to do the oath than a current serving physical therapist. So we appreciate you.
Absolutely.
And then for everyone at home and in your cars and wherever you are watching this, we'd like to thank you for joining us on this special occasion. Next week, we'll have Major Jeffrey Frau with us. He is a biochemist for the Army, and we'll speak to him about what he does in his job. We go live every Friday at 10 a.m. here on YouTube on our channel called Sit Call. And have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.